Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Off the Board. Today's inspiration came from a layout, but I'm not actually following the layout. The inspiration was that chicken wire. So it inspired me to pull out my chicken wire stencil. It is actually called chicken wire reversed, I believe, because you actually get the imprint of the chicken wire. Usually that's pretty hard to do because it involves a lot of little tiny pieces that attach the pieces of the stencil together. So normally I think you get the reverse of that, but I love this stencil. I've used it several times. I'm using it 3 times today because I'm doing a double page layout, and then tomorrow I'm going to do an insert that goes with the double page layout. And so I will be using the same inspiration, but doing the insert that goes between the 2 pages as a 6x12. So come back tomorrow and see that, because that's going to include a lot more detail on it. It is where the title will reside and all of the journaling. But I have a ton of photos, so I needed to have, I probably had 3 pages worth of photos. And when I have 3 pages, I don't like to do a third page, because if I have double pages back to back, it kind of throws things off. Although, in recent years, I don't just do double pages, I do single pages quite a bit, so it's not usually as much of an issue. But if you are someone who does double pages a lot and you have enough photos for a third page, consider doing a 6x12 insert, or even an 8.5x11 in between your 2 12x12s, because you can get your photos on enough photos from one page to fit back to back on a 6x12, or on an 8.5x11 sandwiched in between your 12x12. And I really like how it looks. It's like a little surprise in the middle of your album, and you can make them kind of look uniform with the layout that is on either side of it. So here is my chicken wire. I did fussy cut around the edges, and I'm really happy with the way that looks. The paper is, I believe, Jen Hadfield's Reaching Out collection. I'm almost positive that's what it's from. And so I have all of these photos, and they are from a local farm animal rescue. So we only have one farm animal rescue, and actually I didn't even know we had it until recently. And we have visited there twice, and that is why I have so many photos. I chose, because we visited so close together, like within a month of each other, or a month and a half, I decided not to do 2 layouts. I decided just to merge the 2 together and do it as one layout. Just picking the best photos from both days. So I am using this blue paper also from Jen Hadfield, and I have the die there. I just flashed in front of the screen, but I'm cutting it off screen because my die cutting machine is just too big to put on my table when I have all of my layout on there. In case you're wondering, right now I am using a tonic tangerine. I did break my Big Shot, but I got a new one, and it happens to be next door at the moment. So I am using the tangerine, which is even bigger than a Big Shot. So, so it's off screen. And so I just decided to use this label style die, and I have it in multiple sizes. And so I am going to cut a smaller one to go up there with the cow's head, and then the 2 larger ones to go on either side of the layout. Now, as the layout is created, there is not a ton of embellishment on this layout. I am using these wooden pieces. These are from MK Gunn's Etsy store. And I can put a link to her Etsy store down below. I don't believe she still has these particular wood pieces, but she has all kinds of wood pieces over there, and they are amazing. She's incredibly talented. If you don't follow her or have not seen her products, you should definitely go check her out, because she's amazing. And anyway, so I really love the way that these wood pieces look. I am going to alter them just a little bit, not altering the stacked animals. I am going to alter the barn. I'm going to add a little bit of red to it, and the cow, I'm going to add a little bit of black. And as you can see in the bottom right hand corner there, the cow that we saw was black, so that's why I chose to do that. He doesn't have any white on him, but I am going to leave him the wood piece two-toned. So Again, there's not going to be a lot more embellishment because more of the embellishment will be on the insert page. Um, so I'm keeping it kind of simple because there's a lot going on already. But I do love how it turns out. So hopefully you enjoy it as well. So here I've pulled out my Catherine Pooler inks. This one is, I believe it's, I want to say Rockin' Red. It is in the 4-pack of minis, whatever that red is. I believe it's Rockin' Red. Anyway, I am just using a paintbrush, dipping it onto the ink pad, and then I am just kind of brushing it over the darkened area just to make it a little bit more red than what it currently reads as. And I really like how it looks at the end. I'm not trying to get it super vibrant. I'm just trying to give it that kind of worn barn red look rather than more of the brown. And so I'm pretty happy with how it came out. And then I pull out I have Zig watercolor pens. I have a whole set of them. And so I pulled out the black one of that, and I'm just basically going over the recessed areas that were dark brown on that cow. I'm not going to go over like the eye detail or anything like that because that's just, I would probably make a huge mess of it, but the larger areas, and I think it comes out really nicely as well. So really happy with being able to alter the wood. You can gesso up your wood and watercolor it. You can heat emboss on it. It's very versatile. So if you don't have a lot of wood in your stash or don't know what you can do with your wood, there's a lot of ways to alter it. You can paint it with acrylic paints. So, don't be afraid to try those different things, those different techniques out. And if you're not really 100% sure how it's going to look, pull out a piece of wood that you're not crazy about or one that you have multiples of and try it on there. Play with it and see what techniques you like. So there, I've darkened up that cow. I really like that. And I just decided to pull out the red Zig watercolor pen and just see if that made it a little bit brighter. It didn't do a whole lot, but it made it a lot easier to get into the little area right there that I'm working on because my paintbrush was a little bit big. So I'm doing a little bit better job of having coverage by using the watercolor pen because the brush on it is so small. I am using some Zotz bling to hold the wood pieces on to the layout. I find that either using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, which is a wet adhesive, or glue dots or like these Zotz bling are the best ways to hold it on. Off camera, I apologize you don't get to see this. You will see it in tomorrow's video, but I do use some tiny phrase stickers from Allie Edwards. I use a clear one in each embellishment area and a burgundy one in each embellishment area. And then I use a round sticker from the Vicky Boutin sticker book. And so that pretty much does it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, leave them down below. Hit the like button if you don't mind, and check out everyone else who is playing along with Off the Board. There are tons of people playing along all month long and tons of inspiration. So go and check them out. The links are in my description box. Have a great day. I will see you guys again tomorrow with the insert for this page. Bye.